Hi everyone, it is Shamila here from Kanya Crafts. Sorry about that, I just knocked the stand holding my phone. So tonight I would like to share with you my little album using the Celebr8 Stargazers collection, and this is really a stunning paperback. I only had the mini pack this time round, so I had to supplement with lots of other papers and stuff just to make sure that I could finish my album. And this is the cover. There is like a whole long story behind this cover, as probably with all my projects. I actually finished the whole thing, and when I opened it up last night, I realized that I had embellished the back and not the front cover. So I chucked everything down last night, much to my dismay. Yes, I do make mistakes. I make a really big blunder sometimes. And I left everything on my table and I came down. I went to my room and I said, you know what? Maybe I'm too tired. I must leave this for another night or for tomorrow. So during the course of the day today, I managed to remedy the problem very carefully as I could. And I can now safely say that the front is now the front cover. Okay, so basically what I used here is some American craft cardstock, as I had to supplement, like I said. And then the stars on here come from the iCraft, let me see, I have it here. It's a little 4x4 stencil from iCraft. The stars, which I thought was really cool because you know, this is the Stargazer collection, and then I used some of the iCraft paints. Oh no, I don't have it on hand now. I thought I brought it with me. It is one of the shimmer metallic chalk paints, and it has got the most beautiful, my apologies there, I knocked that thing again. It's got the most stunning shimmer to it. It's white with a bit of silver shimmer. So that's my cover. I used one of the chippies there as well, and one of the dome stickers, and then I cut some of the words out from the journaling card. Okay, so when you open it up, this is just a an offcut that I decided to use here, and I wanted to use this little area here because I created a tuck spot there. And then if I slide over on this page, what we have here is a little flap, and then underneath we've got a little belly band, and I saw this idea on one of Paul Ford's videos. He's got some really nice ideas there. And then inside here is a pocket. So I've got some photo mats, and these are the additional colors that I used to supplement the paper, because these sheets that I received, they are only, if I get the cover, let me see, 15 by 20 centimeters. So if you're wanting to create extra pockets and stuff, it can't fit on a full A4, A5. So I had to make another plan. And then we've got just a simple plain page there. Oh no, I'm so sorry, I just knocked this thing again. And then this one has got a little flap up, and I used one of the wording on one of the journaling card, I think it is. And because this had some other cutouts at the back, I just double matted it with a piece of the collection paper. So if we page here, what I have is a pocket with a belly band layer, and let me see, there we go, that's the belly band, that's the pocket. I have to say this was one of my favorite papers in the whole collection. And then this was supposed to be like a a pocket, and it was supposed to fit into this pocket here. But Slim Yanni, I actually made it too big. So it couldn't fit in there, it was too wide. And then I decided, well, you know what, I'm just going to make an envelope. So I folded that piece down, I scored it, I folded it down. And so now it's a little envelope pocket that fits in there. It has, it closes with a magnet. Hence the reason why this is here. But I think it looks nice. I have no inclination. I don't like to waste anything, so I had to use that. Then of course the standard little waterfall there. And on this side, these were offcut, so I just did some paper piecing there and added a little embellishment there. And then on this page, this is like a double layout. So what I did was, this is a tuck spot here. I can get something. Oh, that's not a pull out. Okay, here we go. This is a little tuck spot there. And then we've got 1, 2, 3 flaps. And then what I did here was I cut into the paper, and my nails are short, so I can't lift that, but here we go. So your photo mats can slide in and out quite nicely there. So we've got 2 photo mats there. And then on the other side, I've got the same, except here, this is a die that I have. So I cut that out in the die, and I used that. And added one of the journaling stickers there, and it's got the same 3 flaps on that side, and then space for your photos there. That paper was too beautiful to cover, I just didn't want to. And then over here, this paper did have like a line in it, and I thought, well, I'm going to make full use of that line, so I just created a little pocket. So you can add a couple of journaling cards in there, or even a photo mat. And then on the other side, this is also part of the collection, but it was a full circle, and I just cut it in half, fussy cut it out, and we now have 3 photo mats in there. And these were literally my offcuts from the actual album. So you can have a photo on the base page, and then you can have 3 photo mats there. And then we've got just a plain page that's been paper pieced together. Another plain page, and then my final page has a little pull out here, and this is the actual sheet that I used. I just scored it several times to create that little pull out, and that is the back. Now we have to talk about the spine. Now if you look at this spine, if I raise it slightly, you can see that there's still quite a lot of room on that spine, which I purposefully left, because once I start filling this album, I usually do that last, but once I start filling the album, it will need place to grow. So I've left that little gap there for expansion, in other words. But I just want to show you, if I lift this, you can see that I have, let me see, I've scored this several times on my scoring board, just so that it gets a nice, some decorative detail, but also it gives you the ability to get a nice rounded edge here if you score the paper. So you actually teasing the paper and giving it a... Okay, sorry about that, I'm back. My phone is so full of stuff that the video just stopped. I think it's recording in HD also, so it takes up quite a lot of space when I record a video. I had to remove some things. Alright, so basically we were talking about the spine and how I did the spine. So if you look at it, you can see that the spine covers a little part of the front cover of the album, and that's optional. You don't have to come in so deep as I have, but that's how I prefer it. And what you do with your spine is, of course, you have to measure from top to bottom what the length of it is. And then I literally draw a line where I want mine to end, a pencil line. And I measure the same on the other side. So if you look at this one has had a slight abortion, like I said, because of my silliness, embellishing the back page. So they're not exactly aligned, but it's as good as it's going to be. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. So what I did with this was I actually reinforced it with Tyvek, and I just want to show you. I have an offcut of Tyvek here. This is what, oh sorry, knocked the phone away. This is what Tyvek looks like. So it's basically, you can't tear it. Let me just see how many shots. You cannot tear this stuff. It's really indestructible. You can crease it, but you can't break it with your hands. You can cut it on your trimmer and you can cut it with the scissors, but you cannot tear it with your hands. And so inside here, I used full coverage of double-sided tape. I added the Tyvek, and then I scored at every 1/4 inch right round on the full piece of cardstock. And I added some distress inks to it just to give it some definition. And essentially I just added one piece of tape below this area here and one piece of tape below that area there. And I would first, using the pencil line, I would first stick that side down, roll it over, turn it over, and using the other pencil line I would adhere the back side. So that is basically how it is done. I haven't left much space here because I didn't want it to, it looks rather untidy if you have this whole gap here and there's no photos in. So my recommendation is that you first do everything, put your pictures in and everything, and then you do this piece. So don't forget, you need to keep one piece of card the size of your spine and the length of your spine to do your spine. Don't be like me and use up all the paper and then you sit in a dilemma afterwards. So that is my Celebr8 Stargazer album. And if you've got a corner rounder that can do chipboard, you can round the corners. It does look much nicer. But Smart Alec has created pockets and stuff. Where is it? There's one. There we go. And that side. So now I can't round my corners. I didn't think ahead. But I'm a fly by the seat of my pants crafter, so I'll have to deal with what I do and what I don't do. If you see that the tops of these pages are raw, I'm just going to take my my little distress tool. Oops, sorry. Let me see which color. I used Stormy Sky for most of it, so I will just take my distress tool and color in those chipboard pieces. If you look at it, you can see it's already looking better. There we go. And that's it. Or you can take one of your Tim Holtz paint daubers, anything. The other option is you can actually paint this in black or blue, whatever color, with acrylic paints prior to adhering all your cardstock. So you would just paint there and whatever amount of border you want to leave. I just decided to go full coverage from end to end with my paper and card. So that's it. Celebr8 Stargazer mini album, and it's also the culmination of our little tutorial I did last week, yeah, for the cover. And that's it from me. Until next time, see you in cyberspace. Bye now.